live in Washington State. So it's just about 9 o'clock right now. It'll be dusk in about 30 minutes or so. It'll start to get real dark right about 10. So, we're definitely going to enjoy some ASMR triggers tonight, but also enjoy the sound. Hi, Nisha. Hello. Hey, you're in a totally different time zone, so it makes sense. It makes sense. Because, yeah, what is it? It's like midnight where you are right now, Amber? Somewhere around there. I can feel the metal on this, you know. It is midnight, okay. Eli, it's 11 where they're at. I have to monitor. I've got metal on the arm of this chair. Might get a little hot. It is 9 p.m. And so we went live a little later tonight. So it's a little closer to dark. So we can enjoy having a fire tonight. It should, hopefully. Fingers crossed. So we won't have to deal with them. That's my hope. So, we get to enjoy a lot of nice fire crackling sounds. We'll probably get some bird song for another half an hour or so before they go to sleep. It is currently 9:02 p.m. I'm glad you're ready. I just brought No, I'm like a few feet from it. It does look like it though. I just kind of like the look of hand movements in front of it. But no, see, we've got the frame right here. Let's see. Talking about this? I think that's what you might be talking about. We have a couple bird feeders hanging. Yeah, there are a few bird feeders. And I did keep some of the items we collected last night to make sound, so thanks, Gray. And then, let's see, Natalie asked, so, I'm in my backyard in Western Washington. Welcome in, Kylie, good to see you. Just got a fire going for us. Oh, I've only been live for a couple minutes. Yeah, so we're gonna do our fireside hangout tonight. Do some ASMR, and we'll just hang out together as it gets dark. Don't have to tell me twice. I love tappy sounds. Oh my gosh, Nisha. to be the reason that you're half asleep at work. Thank you. I know I'm really liking the lime green. Alright, we'll see you back. Yeah, we'll see if you're still saying that, Nisha, when you're going on to your second, Red Bull tomorrow. Alright, we got a request for some. That's the only way to survive. We got a request for some energy rain on the pine cone. So, this trigger credit goes to ASMR Noah. Pluck, 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 snip, snip, snip. I got it. Between my sister and Eilina, we go live 5 nights a week. Pluck, 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 snip, snip, snip. Happy birthday. Pluck, 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 pluck. Snip, snip, snip. Thanks, Nisha. Thank you. It's quite comfortable, actually. I'm liking this one. I can treat it kind of like a fidget, because I can, poke it. I do that all throughout the day. Just a bonus of that particular person. We started just about a little less than 10 minutes ago. You can hear the doves. It is just after 9 p.m. West Coast time in Washington State. Oh, I have an extension cord running to it from the house. This time of year, it'll stay dark till almost 10. Here's some moss. It's quite peaceful right now. I think I'm going to add a little bit of wood to the fire. There we go, we'll let that catch. Yes, I made sure to grab the flashlights just for you and Akira. Glad to see you, Mariah. Thanks for joining. Isn't it so good? The wood's really dry right now, so it's catching really quick. Thanks, Mara. Yes, happy Pride Month. So can be really good. But yes, I made sure to grab the 2 flashlights because we have to do some light triggers when it gets dark. Thanks for that, me, Amber. Thank you. I have a feeling I'm going to be going through a lot of water since I'm sitting next to it. I have the past couple lives, but I'm not brave enough to explore it when it's dark. I did that once and I got lost. I did not choose to explore it willingly. I have a feeling a lot of people feel like that, Bee. Let's see. We'll go through a bit of my bag of props and then we can decide what we want to do. I did bring out a notebook, so we can do some writing, maybe guess the word later. I did bring out a poetry book because I felt like some fireside poetry reading would be nice. Thank you, I can confirm both of Mariah's answers are correct. Let's see, I brought the coconut we can tap on. I brought some tape, beeswax. I did bring the flashlights, brush, our little fidget shark. I don't have any marshmallows for the fire. I wish I did. I was thinking about it. The next time we do a Bonfire Live, which if we really like this, maybe I'll make Sunday's Bonfire Live night, as long as the weather continues to hold, which it is. And I will remember to bring s'mores, because I thought it would be so fun that if we could roast s'mores. I love s'mores so much. Okay, I did see a request for guess the drawing, or guess the word, I mean, and coconut. So we'll go ahead and start with guess the drawing, and then we'll do coconut and beeswax. We'll probably get through all of these at some point tonight. Okay, so I've got my notebook, and now I gotta find my pen. Here's the pen. And it's a pretty cheap pen, which means it makes extra good scratchy sounds. So let's flip to a page here. I'm really working my way through this notebook. Let's see, I've still got some. So, a couple times we've done guess the word. We kind of do it as a combination of guess the word and guess the drawing. So, let's see. Let me find something I can draw. Okay. Alright. Okay, and this will be your first letter. And then we're gonna start the drawing. And then I will occasionally add letters. Really niche. me time to draw something. Jeez. I obviously didn't pick a very hard one for you guys. Looks like a bunch of you are getting it. Sorry, I'm blocking the fire a little bit. Yes, looks like most of you saw where I was going with this. Twas a birdhouse. Birdhouse. No, I don't even think I got to the second letter before Nahisha got it. Alright, I'll try something maybe a little trickier, a little bit more ambiguous. I have to look around in my environment for inspiration. Okay. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Ready? I'm gonna go slower this time. I'm gonna make it a little trickier. Let's see. Canteen, that was a pretty good guess. Oh, I saw somebody get it. There we go. There we go. Yes. I think you're all seeing it now. Good. Lantern. I think I might have seen Mariah get that one first. Good job. Alright, let's do another one. Gotta look around for inspiration. There's a lot of trees. I'm like trying to find something that's not a tree. And my hip over here is on fire. I'm glad you're here. Hello, Aiden. Okay, I'm gonna find something to draw. It is going to get darker. Fine. Let's draw. Okay. This is gonna be a short one because I can't think of anything. Let's see. Yeah, we're out in the backyard. I saw one person already get it right, and I forgot to give you a letter. I've seen one person already get it right. Ooh, that was a big bug. Yes, yes. Does it help if I put like a little, that was supposed to be a fish. Whatever, you guys got it. I definitely saw some people get this one right. I missed who saw it first, but I definitely saw somebody get it pretty early on. You have a pond in your backyard. That's awesome. My mom has a little one that she's got 2 little goldfish in. That was the inspiration for this one. It's got like a little bubbler that bubbles water, but not quite big enough to be a fountain. It does look like a bean in them. I know I'm really struggling with this little fish. Let's give it a little tail. it looks like it looks like an ant in the pond. Look, we're gonna ignore the fish. We're just gonna. Alright. Okay, let's do one more. Okay. Alright. I saw somebody get it. It's not a very good representation, but you get where I'm going with it. Yes, it was a really skinny, snaky snake. And I think I did see who got that one first. I think it was Eli. I did. It does. I was trying to do like a coiled snake. But look, that's definitely a snake face. That part might look snail-like. This is snake. With a snake. That is high praise, Pink Glitter Kittens, because that is. Everyone think your kindergartner made that. That's okay. Oh my gosh. That's alright. I think everyone got a little different one. Yes, the next one we are actually going to do is the coconut. Dang, this metal on this chair is on fire. Okay, what I do with the coconut. Oh, there it is. Here, try to get my hand lower so you can see the fire. Let it mesmerize you. Ooh, I don't know if we're gonna go walk in the dark. I might kibosh the nighttime walking. Because once I get away from the ring light I have on my face, we're not gonna be able to see anything. Yes, I did read the poetry book. It is currently 9:23. p.m. I know, you know what? I don't mind the Bonfire song, but I know what you mean. It gets in everything. I do. I now have 4 tattoos. 3 of which I got this year, so that just tells you where my mental health is at. You know what? I don't mind the smell. I do at the end of the day. Like, I'm not a fan of all the ash. Depending on how it burns, it'll throw a lot of ash. But hello, Olivia. I'm good. How about yourself? That was a loud pop, you guys. I'm not gonna lie, I jumped a little bit at that. Sounds like you are doing the best you can, Olivia, and that's all you can do. Hi, Summer. Welcome in. I do a little bit, but I do. Especially tapping. It always makes me a little sleepy. Hi, Charlie. Thank you for the finger heart, Summer. Really got now. I am tapping on a little coconut bowl. Thanks, Phoebe. Thanks for the finger heart. And I think after this, we'll do a little bit of poetry reading. And then we'll reach into my bag and see what else we have. Another #1 fan, Osiris. We'll see if he enjoys campfire sounds. Oh, sounds like you had way too much fun on your birthday, babe. I'm sure we'll come back to it. Tapping's one of my favorites, so I find an excuse to tap on everything. Such a cuddly baby. Oh, and beeswax, that's right. You know, I think we'll actually do beeswax first. We'll do some tapping on that because I think Gray actually requested that pretty early on. So we're going to continue the tapping, and we're just going to switch the medium a little bit and do some beeswax. So we'll pull out some beeswax, but the container has really nice tappy sounds too. Alright, let me just unfold this a little bit. I'm just going to put this on your head. The bonfire with the bird song is like the best. So good. You guys are really racking them up. See how quickly it got dark since you were last here. Nice job, everyone. You're already past. You're like at 11:06 now. The scratching gives me chills. can't see any greenery behind me, I'm just gonna tilt you down just a little bit. I wanted you to kind of get some of the view earlier, but now that it's getting dark. Oh, I'm sorry, Sophia. That is a tall order. Welcome in, Ren. You guys are awesome. Pace yourselves, though. Pace yourselves. I don't want anyone getting carpal tunnel from tapping or whatever other type of muscle and tendon strains there are. Let's do it. We're only half an hour into the live. You got time, y'all. You got time. Okay. Now let's do a little bit of poetry reading. I'm gonna be on for at least another hour, and then we'll see how we're all feeling. It is real. It is real. Honestly, people have such good, like, TV screen, green screen backgrounds. I do not blame you all for wondering. There was an ASMR artist I was watching for the longest time who had, like, that pretty, like it looks like her house has snow falling outside of it. It's really vibrant. You've probably seen a couple ASMR artists use them. I thought that was... It's not as close as it looks. Thank you for the hand, Dark Money. But I thought that was her house for the longest time. Then I realized it was a screen. I was like, how is it always snowing there? I felt pretty silly once I realized it wasn't, but... Here, in fact, we'll throw another log on here. It is currently 9:33 p.m. Thank you for the roses, Mary. Thank you. Alright. I'm glad. I was pretty excited about it too. We can all thank my sister Jess for getting the fire going for us. Alright. Okay. I know, Ollie, it's so good. We're gonna do a little bit of fireside reading out of this poetry book. So, if I could get a couple of numbers between... Sorry. 6 and 82. Oh, thanks, Nisha. I'm glad you all enjoy. A few numbers between 6 and 82. And then, Nisha, if you wouldn't mind doing me a solid and keeping track of them, I'll try and get through them all if we can. Let's see, 17, 7. Okay. I'm going to start with 17 and 7. And I'm reading tonight out of the Poetic Underground, Book 1, Reverie by Aaron Hansen. Good night, and happy birthday again. I didn't, Monique, I'm sorry. I'm slipping through the book. Thank you, though. Okay, 17. And I am sorry if I miss any comments while reading. I won't be watching the comments too closely. Okay, so The one on page 17 is a short one and it doesn't have a title. It says, "We all have holes right through our hearts. I'm sure you've got them too. But it's funny how the hole in mine is shaped a lot like you." Oh, that one's cute. Alright, now we'll flip over to 7. This one is titled Beauty. If one of the things you believe in is that this world's an ugly place, you must have never gone outside at night and stared up into space. You haven't felt the way the air changes in the minutes before it rains, or watched the world pass by below, out the window of a plane. You've never been awake so early that you see the moment the sun starts to rise, and you've never lain with your back on the grass and made shapes with the clouds in the sky. But maybe if you've done all this but still don't believe it's not true, it's because you can't see all the beauty that I see when I look at you. So this is The Poetic Underground by Erin Hansen. Alright, and now we're going to flip back to 56. 56. This one is titled Run. Let's run away together. Oh, sorry, that scared me. I'm gonna start that over. It's a really delayed reaction too. Okay, let's try again. Let's run away together, away from city lights, where no one knows our names yet, and we can see the stars at night. We'll camp out in the open, warming cold skin by the fire. Tell each other hopes and dreams and all of our desires. We'll own nothing more than we need. Watch sunrises color the sky. Learn what we're really here for, away from society's eyes. This journey will be scary, but we'll leave without a plan, and I know that it will be all right, as long as you're holding my hand. This one has a lot of very positive friendship and relationship poems today. Alright, and then it was 74. Thank you for helping me keep track. 74. Alright, this one is called Trapped. I have a feeling this is going to take a turn here. I'm trapped inside a tower. I've been locked and lost the key. Now the darkness that creeps in at night is my only company. No one tries to save me here, since they cannot hear my cries. I pass my days in solitude, watch the world move on outside. This tower isn't very grand, it's really not that tall, but still I can't escape it. I can't break free at all. You can't see this tower, just believe it's there instead, because my tower isn't made of stone, it's all inside my head. Thank you for the gifts, Tassie with cake, and I did see a rose from Lupita. Thank you. Sorry, hold on, I had a mosquito trying to suck the life out of me through my eyebrow. Go away. 22. So we're going to beep bop back to page 22. I know that tower one. It really does. Well, and it seems we're going to go on a little bit of a trend because this one is called Demons. There's a demon living in my head, but she answers to my name. She tells me stories late at night that are messing with my brain. When I stand before a mirror, she laughs at what I wear, the freckles sprinkled on my face, and the way I tie my hair. Do the people sitting on the train fight these demons too? The kind that make you doubt yourself and tell you what to do. Maybe that's why they never talk, because they're screaming in their head. Why would you hate someone else when you can hate yourself instead? Definitely one of the bigger strugglers of mental health, I think. Thank you for the roses, Sharon. I feel like a lot of us have our own personal demons that we deal with every day. And they're that much more incessant and insidious because they're speaking in our own voice, right? Alright. Now for the next one, 23. Wow, the one right on the next page. Hands and feet is what this one is called. Day after day, I walk the same streets, waiting for a moment when somebody's feet stop traversing the sidewalk and simply stand beside my lone figure and reach for my hand. A gesture so simple, yet so hard to do, to stick to the promise of I'll be here for you. We don't fight the same battles, but we fight the same war. And I'll give you my trust if you give me yours. For as long as this world keeps coming untied, I'll be there to fix it, right by your side. But no feet stop walking, they all have somewhere to be, until the only ones left are my shadow and me. That was Hands on Feet on page 23. About a heart just longing for that connection. Let's see, we had a couple more. 36, 26, and 25. 23. Hands and feet. Yes, you're right. Thank you all for 30,000 likes. You're all doing awesome. 36. Here, hold on 1 second. Let me move one of these. So I remember. There, that way I remember. 36. Alright, I'm going to twist a little bit to this side. This one is titled, I Believe. I believe in trusting myself when they all say I'm wrong. I believe in hiding my pain and always staying strong. I believe the ones you trust are the ones that tear you down. I believe that always smiling makes you forget the need to frown. I believe in the little things, the flowers in the breeze. I believe the weakest people are the ones that beg upon their knees. I believe that broken trust is the reason there is hate. I believe in perfect timing, never early, never late. I believe in many things, and the reason that I do is if I believe something, maybe it'll believe in me too. Alright. Oh, sorry, 2 more. Page 26 and 25. Okay. I know that I believe. Sometimes belief gives you something to strive and hope for. It can keep our spirits up, so I definitely get that. So I'm going to do the one on 25 first, because it's a short poem again with no title. And then we'll do 26. Don't ever think you're alone here. We've just been trapped in different hells. And people aren't against you, dear. They're just all for themselves. Good to see you, Susie. Good to see you. I know. Well, she said she might not be able to stay up this late because I think she's on the same time zone you are, Naisha, so it might be too late for her. I think this artist really gets to the heart of a lot of those emotions, Sophia. Erin Hansen, I think she has a really beautiful way of writing a lot of emotions that we experience, and that's why I love her work so much. A lot of these are very, emotional. It is The Poetic Underground, her first book. I got it on Amazon. She has 3 of her books on there by Erin Hansen. Only the strong survive. Alright, our last poem for tonight is called Hide and Seek. When you were young, you played hide and go seek. You'd run away as they counted to 10, slot yourself into the smallest of places, and wait to be found once again. You could play this game for hours, since each new turn was such a thrill. Knowing that you could escape from the world, if only you kept yourself still. Thank you, Susie. But the thing about playing hide and go seek is you got so good at the game that you found yourself hiding in everyday life, blocking your ears as the world called your name. All the people you left are the seekers, yet are unaware that you need to be found. How could anyone know that you're hidden when they forget you're no longer around? But in a world with billions of people, there's bound to be someone like you. Someone who's playing their very own game, hiding in the places you like to hide too. And one day they'll look in your corner where no one has looked before, and they'll make you forget all the reasons why you've even been hiding at all. I liked that one too. So again, we've been reading out of The Poetic Underground by Erin Hansen. Alright. And I think we were going to do car ride next. Now that it's finally dark, we can do some light triggers. Let me just find my lights that I tucked in here somewhere. Okay, well I found one. Where's the other one? Ah, got it. Get ready. So, I'm curious. This first one's a black light we're going to start with. And I'm going to go ahead and turn out the lights. So, we're going to go to full darkness in 3, 2, 1. Now we're just here together in the dark. Let me just toss just a little bit more wood on the fire. Alright, so now we're in the dark. I'm going to start car ride, but look how neon these nails look under a black light. What? That is so neon. Alright. Now we're going to do a little bit of car ride. So, you're riding home after enjoying a campfire with your friends. You've fallen asleep, but you distantly note the headlights that pass over your eyes. But you're so wrapped up in the stream that you can still feel the warmth of the flames and hear the crackle of the fire and the laughter of your friends. And you're safe in this moment. Someone you love and trust very much is driving the vehicle. And so it feels like you can just exist forever in that happy moment around a crackling campfire. You remember the taste of the s'mores. And fondly remember the games you played. And you hope that soon again you'll get to do it all again. I think I do, Marie. In fact, I know that I do. And in your dreams, you're basking in the warmth of that campfire. And you close your eyes in your dreams. Just exist in that moment. Where you're safe, happy, and free of any stress or anxiety. Here you can simply be. And then you distantly note the car come to a gentle stop. And your friend gently nudges you awake. And she's a little bit worried about you because you drink a lot. So now she's going to do an eye exam on you. Hello, hello. It's time to wake up. It's time to wake up. I'm just going to go ahead and check your eyes. I just want to see if your pupils are dilating as they should. So just look over here, please. That is a really good face for that. Alright, just look here at the light. Good. See if you can follow the light with your eyes. Come on, stay awake for me. You really chuck that fireball. I just want to make sure we're cool. Good. Keep following the light. Alright, now see if you can follow it while holding your head still. Holding your head still. Good. Alright, I'm just going to come in real close. And back. Tell me what you were dreaming about. Hanging around the campfire, huh? Oh God, I wish Fireball tasted like apple cider. I so wish that it did. Alright, now I want you to just focus on the spinning flower for me. Just follow it. Welcome back. Thank you, Katie. Just follow. And see if you can count how many petals our flower has. Let's see if you can focus and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 petals. Alright, if you all want Sunday night to be Bonfire Night Lives, I am here for it. So I'll adjust the schedule to reflect that we'll do 9 to 10:30, maybe to 11, depending on how we all feel. Alright, now I have to do some hand movements because I'm obsessed with how my nails are lighting up right now. And look at that neon green coming at your face. Just of course, Kylie. Thank you for the rose, Eliza. Thank you. Yes, we are in the backyard right now, enjoying this wonderful fire. Thank you for the finger heart, Susie. It's, what is it, probably 6 a.m. where you are right now? Alright, I'm going to turn the lights back on for a little bit. We'll turn the lights back on in 3, 2, 1. Right. Alright, I think it's time to add another log, which is probably going to pop and scare the living daylights out of me again. Surprisingly, not all the time with the firewood. The only reason we have this is we had a couple hazardous trees we had to get cut down, and so they cut it all up nice and neat for us, so we ended up with some firewood. So trees that were like suffering from root rot or had any type of like bugs or disease, they just weren't stable. Listen to that moss go up. 1 a.m. where you're at. Right at 6 a.m. I thought as much. I was gonna say, I think I've gotten about how far ahead you are. Isn't it, hummingbird? It is very much Pacific Northwest. And I know it looks like my hand's in the fire, but I'm about 2 feet away from it right here. I'm right near this little brick border we have. I just like the way hand movements look in front of it. Oh, Sherilyn, I'm sorry. If you need to cry, go ahead and let it all out. Oh, thanks, Susie. We are outside right now. Okay, hair brushing. I haven't forgotten. I just got distracted. And I keep getting it all wrapped up in my string. Alright. Some fireside hair brushing. Yeah, you deserve to grieve, Sherilyn. I'm very sorry you're going through that. Outside of the one that tried to drink my blood from my eyebrow, I haven't encountered too many mosquitoes. There was just the one. And you guys probably won't entirely believe me because you can't see it, but this over here is west, so I'm facing more towards the western lee direction, and there's still a little bit of light in the sky. Not much, but we're not quite at full dark yet. It will get even darker. Yes, that's what we were all hoping. Just my water bottle. Staying by the fire, I get dehydrated pretty quickly. I know they can be so bad, Haley. Speak of the devil, and there's a mosquito. Sorry, I tried to whack him out of the sky, and I whacked you instead. Go away. Sorry, I got a little violent there, but that one bit me on the eyebrow, and that was really uncomfortable. Hold on, 1 sec. Do you guys hear that bird out there? I don't like rustling noises in the woods. I don't like that at all. I don't want to put my headphones back in now. Okay. Is that a little bit bigger than a bird? Most likely the worst thing it would be a coyote, so, and they're usually pretty shy. Maybe it's a pissed off porcupine? I don't really know what they sound like. Doesn't sound like a bear though. I locked Nick in the garage again because I didn't want her playing around the fire. Alright, well if I get eaten, you'll all know what happened. I have 293 witnesses. It's gotta be something. It could be a raccoon. We get possums out here. We do have porcupines, and I don't know what they sound like. You can all hear that rustling though. I know. She was already in there for the most part. It's a pretty big garage. I don't feel too bad for her, but she's not afraid of the fire because she trusts me so much. So I was more worried about her. Yeah, it might be like an angry raccoon. That's my guess, as it's not something super big. It just sounded bigger than a bird. I don't know. I'd almost take a bear over a raccoon, though. Those things are feisty. Go look. You all way overestimate my bravery. I'm not gonna be that white girl in that movie, okay? That's how everybody dies. I mean, as long as he doesn't bite, he can pop up a chair. I don't really mind. Wait, what was me? I wandered out into these woods at night once because we had a puppy, not a puppy, a small dog. We ended up rehoming, but he wandered out after, I don't know if it was a possum or something, but he was barking up a storm like a couple 100 feet into the brush. And I went after him because I was like, oh my gosh, what if he's hurt? And I was stupid and not thinking. And I went out, like, after I got off work, when I worked night shift, so it was like 11 o'clock at night, wandered out there by myself, had nothing but my flashlight phone, and I got lost. And thank God my dad stays up late, because I panic called my house because I was lost. It's freaking dark in these woods. So I called him and I was like, I need you to holler so I can figure out which direction I need to go, because I was so turned around. It was a really stupid call on my part. Highly don't recommend it. And I didn't check what direction I started off in, so my phone compass wasn't really all that much of a help. I almost wandered in to my neighbor's property on the way back, which would have been fine if it was like a life or death situation, but I did find the dog. I did carry the dog back. Luckily he was small, and yes, my dad came out and he yelled, and I was able to get back. I was really terrified at that point, though. No, I'm like double the age of a teenager. I'm 32. I act like one sometimes. I have this measly little flashlight that doesn't do anything. I do need to feed the fire, don't I? Feed it. Let's get another bigger one. That's really sweet of you guys to think so. No, I am a solid 32. Born in 1991. You know, I wasn't until the wood started rustling, but it's not getting any closer, so I'm not too concerned. There we go, we're getting some flames again. Luckily, like, the house is like 15 feet away, so, and my sister's in there, so if I squawk really loudly, then somebody will come out. Dang. This little metal bar, though, on my hip is like 1,000,000,000 degrees. Let me just rotate off of that. There we go. Okay. So you have some pretty long hair. I'm going to go ahead and just put it back in a ponytail. And then I'll probably roll it up into a bun. That way we don't have to worry about it getting in the fire. We're just going to put it up for you. I'm just going to pin it in place there. Perfect. Alright, we can do some X marks the spot. Let me get my other phone in. Alright, X marks the spot. A circle and a dot. 4 big boulders and 1 tiny spot. I'm glad you're all enjoying. Kittens crawling up your back. Claws raking down. Good night, Cheerlyn. Kittens crawling up your back. Claws raking down. Tight squeeze. Cool breeze. Now you've got the shiveries. Let's do another. X marks the spot. A circle and a dot. 4 big boulders and 1 tiny spot. Kittens crawling up your back. Claws raking down. You guys are doing awesome. Kittens crawling up your back. Claws raking down. Tight squeeze. You're welcome, Cheerlyn. Cool breeze. Now you've got the shiveries. So my sister normally goes live Wednesdays and Thursdays at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I guess it would be daylight time technically. And I go live Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I go Friday, Saturday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard. And normally we go live at 8 p.m. on Sundays. But if a lot of you like these Bonfire lives, we'll go live more at 9 when it's full dark. It seems like you guys like these. Good to see you. You're a peasant. I'm not sure if you just popped in or if you've been here for a while. Alright, we're just going to take a quick moment and sit back because I've been hunched over, and we're just going to enjoy the sound of the fire, the looks like I need to stoke it a bit. So let me just reach over for this stick right here. Just gonna use my foot to pull that closer. There we go. Yeah, we can do some more hairstyles. Oh, thanks for letting me sit back. My back was killing me. I gotta find a way to get the mic a little higher next time so I don't have to lean over quite so much. Yes, yes. The wood is very, very dry right now, so it's catching very easily. So, if you were all here, I think my last attempt at a bonfire before this was, I think back in April, when things were still pretty wet. And it went over very poorly. I couldn't keep it lit because everything was so damp. So the fire never really got hot enough, but we've had quite a bit of warm, dry weather here in Washington, so everything's very, very dry, which makes it super easy to keep the fire going. Yes, I sometimes do, Noelle. I actually have my sister's Betrayal at Baldur's Gate game under the mic now, but I might need to bring something else to get a little higher. Just sitting back and relaxing. We're starting to get a couple stars coming out. We might get lucky and see the moon. It was a full moon last night, so the moon might rise while we're live. It should rise in this general area back here, so we'll keep our eyes peeled for it. That's okay, Nisha. That is the point, is to help you all relax and fall asleep. Alright, so let's go ahead and do some more hairstyles. I'm going to turn you towards me just a little bit, just to make it a bit easier. Wasn't it so nice, Julie? Alright, so let's see. Should we do some braids in your hair? Mixed up. I don't know what this like flick I got going on right now. Do you see that? Probably about another 40 minutes or so. You're welcome, Emma. Alright, let me just separate your hair right down the middle. Just like that. Just like that. And then we're going to go ahead and do a braid. So I'm going to just gather some hair here and we're going to separate it into three strands, and then we're going to start a French braid, so over, under, over, under, over, under, over, under, and then we're going to start to add hair into those piles down the braid. gonna finish your braid, do a quick eye exam, and then we'll do more tippy taps because I do love them. Again, just adding that hair in as we go. And just braiding all the way down. You're welcome, Kylie. Thanks, Dad. I'm really digging this color right now. It's really pretty, especially this time of year, Sophie. Alright, and then we're just going to tie it off here. I'm going to just pull out just a couple of face framing pieces for you. And then we're just going to loosen up the braid a little bit. So just tugging on various strands just to give it a fuller, looser look to the braid. Thanks, Ellen. I'm glad you're all having a lot of fun tonight. I enjoy these too. They're quite a bit of fun. I was thinking, I'm going to take a pause from finishing up your hair to pitch an idea to you. I was thinking I might try and rope Jess next weekend into doing this live with me. And I was thinking we could alternate maybe fireside, like real person triggers. Like I could maybe brush her hair, we could do light touch. What do you think? I really enjoy watching real people get attention, but I don't know if y'all would enjoy that. Maybe do her makeup by the fireside. Okay, it sounds like you would enjoy that. Okay, I might try and talk her into that because I was like, that would be kind of fun. Alright, good. Oh my gosh, she has so much hair. Her hair is past her butt. I have very short hair. Mine wouldn't be fun to brush, but she has very long hair. Yeah, it's super long. I do too, Riley, so I'm glad you guys are all interested in that. Alright, we've got your braid all done, all done. Alright, I'm just gonna pop you up here a little bit so I can look into your eyes. So we're just gonna go ahead and take a moment just to make sure your eyes are working as they should. As soon as I find where I toss my pen light. They might be, they're not too bad right now. Not too bad. Alright, so go ahead and look right here at my nose, please. Oh yeah, I'm sure Jess won't complain if I tell her she gets a free massage out of it. Alright, just look right here, please. I'm going to just need you to focus. Good, good, good. Do you hear the bug? I think it's a bug. It is a real fire. Good. Alright, now I just need you to follow the light really quick. We're going to check your eye mobility. Just follow, follow. It's going to get very close. It's alright if you go a little cross-eyed. Just looking at the mobility of your eyes. Good, good, good. Alright, now I'm going to just hold your eye open and just get a close examination. Thanks for the Rose Symphony. Please look to your left and look down. Thank you. Alright, now we're going to check on this side. Alright, again, look to your left. Hold on, there's definitely something crawling on my leg. What is it? Just a net, okay. Look to your left. Good. And look to your right. Good. And look up. And down for me. Very good. You got us all up to 50,000 likes. Thank you. Alright, now let me know when the light leaves your field of view, okay? So just focus right here on my nose. Good. Good. Doing a good job. Good. Hello, Miss Independent. And Emma, hello. Good, good. Alright, I'm going to do one more check. I'm going to just examine your eyes under this black light here. Just focus on that flower in the center for me. Seeing if your eyes have any interesting reaction under the black light. Good, good. Alright, just keep focusing there. Oh, thank you. Good, 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 good. Alright, I do declare your eyes are working just as they should. But let's just verify that you can see colors. What color is this? Green. Very good, very good. What color is this? The majority of it. Brown. Very good, very good. What about this? What color is this? Good. Red. This is your reminder to drink your water, everyone. Alright. And now we're going to go back to some tippy taps. Tippy taps. Let's see, what do we want to tap on? Do we want to hear wow. Do we want to hear tapping on the book? Tapping on the beeswax. Tapping on the makeup palette, or tapping on the coconut. I just gave you so many options. You know, what I'm hearing is that we need to tap on all three of them. Okay. Except for the book. Nobody voted for book. Oh, there's Morgan with the book. Okay. We'll start with beeswax, and then we'll do the makeup palette, the coconut. I can tippy tap all day. Alright, and we're starting with the beeswax. The beeswax. So we're he knows what's up with the beeswax. So we're going to start with the beeswax here. And I'm going to dip you down a little bit again. So you can still kind of see the fire. Always gotta throw in just a little bit of scratch. Oh yeah, we'll definitely throw in some Dingle Train, Brendan. I've started doing it a lot more, Maggie, to preserve my voice. So you'll sometimes hear me slip into a whisper, but it's very straining on your voice to whisper for a long time, so I didn't used to soft speak as much, but it's kind of a habit I've picked up, and so far I'm enjoying it. I did not jump that time. That is the first time I've not jumped when that thing popped. It's good to have you back. Alright, so that was beeswax. And then we're going to tap a little bit on the makeup palette. We'll take a break for some Dingle Train. And we'll come back to the other two. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry you don't like it, Millie. Tapping is my favorite. It's one of my absolute favorites. Thanks for the rose, actually. We will definitely get to the coconut and the book, I promise. This has a nice, crisp sound to it. Oh, I'm glad you love them now. I love them so much. Yeah, that one's a little harsher sounding, so I can understand why not everyone likes it. I do like the mic scratching, but I can appreciate why some don't. We're so close, y'all. Thanks, Rocky. I've always liked delicate tapping, so I try and do that. Right now, my two top favorites are for tapping's forever going to be one, because I love it. It's one of those triggers that I love doing as much as I love listening to. And real personal attention. I've been watching that every night. Like watching somebody have light touch done to them. Fair enough. Sometimes it's one of those. It's still here. We're just going to slowly let it burn down, because you never leave a fire going unattended. So I'm not going to add anything more, since we'll be ending the live in about half an hour. So I'm going to let it slowly burn down. Alright, we're going to take a quick break for some Dingle Train, and then we'll come back. I know the mannequins can be scary. Alright, so let's take a ride on the Dingle Train, everyone. Ready? Stipple, stipple, pluck, pluck. Let me get, I do lovers, our thoughts unstuck. Bugs are crawling through your hair, whispers drifting through the air. Snip, snip, me add a little blush. Have a toasted coconut and let your eyes fall shut. Soft rain to melt your brain. Welcome to the Tinkle Train. Spiders. Alright, let's take another ride on that train. Stipple, stipple, pluck, pluck. Let me get your thoughts unstuck. Bugs are crawling through your hair, whispers drifting through the air. Snip, snip, brush, brush. Let me add a little blush. Have a toasted coconut and let your eyes fall shut. Soft rain to melt your brain. Welcome to the Tinkle Train. Yes, we're going to try and do Bonfire Lives every Sunday, hopefully. Do you know, I'm going to share a little fun fact I googled last night. So, my sister asked me, why is it called a bonfire? What does bon mean? And so I googled it because I thought that was a really interesting question. Why is a bonfire called a bonfire? And according to Wikipedia, so you know, always fact check anything I say from Wikipedia, but they used to be called bonfires. So you would burn bones in ritual or at funerals or in celebration. So we just kind of switched it over, I guess. It kind of dropped the E, but I guess that's more where it comes from, is bonfires. I'm going to scroll back in the chat, Maggie, because I missed what you said. Start making ASMR. Yeah, you know, I would say assess what you can handle and your mental health. A part of me is definitely very thankful that I started later in my 30s when I've kind of developed a thicker skin, but I agree with Mackie, you know, I wouldn't let anyone hold you back, but I know that can be easier said than done. So I would say definitely do it, but just always prioritize your mental health. So if, you know, things are getting bad, it's okay to take a step back, take a break. And honestly, ASMR tends to be a much safer community than a lot of online platforms, I think. And if you find amazing mods like we've got here, that's always super helpful too, because they can help you a lot to manage that. You're welcome, Christy. Welcome aboard. And it really is great. I mean, most of the negative comments or vibe I get is usually just random people who don't like ASMR that pop in. Oh my gosh, you guys did it. Thank you so much for 60,000 likes. You guys are so awesome. Nice job, everyone. Take a moment, do some thumb or finger stretches. I know you're all cramping. Thanks for the heartbeat, Maggie. Yeah, it is a great community, and most of it will be outliers, but you know, you just gotta keep yourself in a good mental place. Because yeah, so many people get burnt out from the internet and stuff because, you know, they don't prioritize their own mental health. So all of us at some point on our journey have to kind of take a step back and realize that we can't help others if we don't take time to help ourselves first. Yeah, we can do some X marks the spot next. Let me just switch over and tap on that last item on the book, because we did get some requests for that. I'm just going to tap on the book real quick. Yeah, I would say the majority of it is just people who aren't really interested in ASMR and just want to make fun of people in the community. But so far I've been pretty lucky with the fire. I don't have citronella. If I'd been smart, I would have brought out or gotten some citronella, but so far they haven't been too bad tonight. I just had one attack my eyebrow earlier, and that's been about it. Yeah, I mean, ASMR is definitely one of those things that those who get it, those who don't. But that's okay. Sounds like you got a keeper G. Alright, we're gonna do some X marks the spot, and it's finally cold enough to slip the slippers on. Okay, just gotta slip my slippers on. Alright, X marks the spot. A circle and a dot. I am so sorry, I have to burp. 4 big boulders and 1 tiny spot. Kittens crawling up your back, claws raking it down. Kittens crawling up your back, claws raking it down. Tight squeeze, cool breeze. Now you've got the shiveries. That's so great, Maggie, that you have a community you can watch with. Yeah, Claire, that's the same. Like, I've met like some amazing friends on here in the community who like it, but like my coworkers and stuff, none of them like ASMR. They don't get it. They support me because they know I do ASMR and they support that, but they don't get it. They're like, people just watch you tap on things. I'm like, yeah, they do. You are a friend, Kylie. You, Akira, Nahisha, all of you guys. Yeah, that's gonna be a no on that. Yes, exactly. Yeah, and they're not mean about it. don't get me wrong, they're not mean about it. It just definitely isn't something that they particularly see enjoyment in, which is fine. And that's why you have awesome mods right there. Awesome mods in action. So when people make out-of-pocket comments on your live, they are no longer able to do so. X marks the spot. A circle and a dot. 4 big boulders and 1 tiny spot. I should probably just block that person. Can I do that? I always forget I have the ability to do this. Well, we'll see. Kittens crawling up your back, claws raking down. Kittens crawling up your back, claws raking down. Thank you. I kept trying to click on it and it wasn't working. If you have the power to block, Kylie, you can go ahead and do so. Tight, squeeze, cool, breathe. Now you've got the shiveries. I do have a brush here. Yeah, it always drives me nuts because when I click on I mean, that's, you know what? Whatever floats your boat, have fun with it. But yeah, it's so frustrating because when I click, like, I have to click and hold. I can't just click. Because if I click, it, like, anyway. I'm struggle busting over here. Who are some of your favorites, Maggie? You could just like play it over Bluetooth and be like, I don't know what this is, but we're gonna watch it. Or you can start with like the D&D inspired ones, and then they're caught up in the ASMR before they even know it. Thank you. I got it off Amazon. Fire's doing good, burning kind of low. It's definitely not going to be out before I end the live, but if you're interested, I might leave you here in a couple minutes and go get some water so you can hear the hissing as I put water over it to snuff it out. It's pretty cool. It's like a really steamy sound. Can definitely see that sometimes because I would consider ASMR in a lot of ways to be intimate, but not necessarily sexual. But like, it's definitely that close, like, type of bond and interaction, like really close friends, parent and child. You know, it's those types of things. Like, I wouldn't consider letting like a stranger on the bus like run their hands through my hair, but like a friend, yes, you know. So I can sometimes see that, especially people, like if you're a person who maybe doesn't like touch, it's just something that you don't enjoy, then a lot of ASMR can be weird because there's like hands coming at you. If it's spit painting, there's spit coming at you, so I get it sometimes. But I think it's where you come in from your perception, like, I've always found ASMR comforting. Like, you know, friends hanging out and like brushing each other's hair. It's always inspired those types of feelings. So if you come at ASMR from that place, but if maybe you don't have those relevant experiences, that's the only other box you can like mentally put it in. Right, head scratching model. And it just amuses me because, like, my sister, she is very sensitive, so she doesn't like a lot of light touch and like gentle touch. And I was like, but you could sit here and have somebody do that for you for free. It's just funny how the world works. Like, here I am, like, willing to do all these ASMR videos on her, and she doesn't enjoy it. That's even better. Like, it's so relaxing when you see someone asleep. I think, like, that's how I feel like you know you're enjoying it. And I'm gonna forget her channel, but there's one channel I watch every night, and it's Whispering Gentleman's Wife. What is her channel? What is her channel? But she does light touch on her friend, and her friend falls asleep on the live and actually like jolts awake at one point, and that whole thing is so relaxing. Sorry, my nose is itching. Let me just get that all turned around. Yeah, peacefulness is a good one. Sometimes it's even just something that, like, it's satisfying, like watching someone complete a task, or like the scalp checks. Like, those to me are very like satisfying, like scratches an itch in your brain. Alright, everyone, I'm gonna walk away just for a moment and leave you with the fire, because I'm gonna go get some water to pour on this fire so I am not leaving it burning. So I will be back here in just a moment, okay? Don't go anywhere. And I better take a flashlight with me or I'm not gonna be able to see anything. This is fine. We're fine. Okay, we have snuffed our fire for the evening. I'm probably going to let it rest for a moment and probably throw one more bucket of water just to make sure it's fully out. Fire safety and all that. So, anyway, everyone, thank you so much for joining me tonight. Thank you for all of the likes. This is the most we've ever had on a live. So I'm actually going to screenshot this really quick. Yeah, how do I do that with... There you go. Okay. Screenshot. And then, thank you for all of your gifts. Thank you to my wonderful subscribers, my lovely little raindrops. Definitely check out YouTube. There's more content on there, and I do post all the lives that TikTok will let me that don't get corrupted or anything like that. So hopefully this one will be good. I know, did you hear that little frog that I just did? So thank you all, and definitely look forward to making Sunday night's Bonfire live evening. So we're just gonna do a last countdown to help you fall asleep, okay? 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, agreed, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Oh my gosh. Sorry, that was a spider web that just fell out of the sky. I don't know if you guys, can you see that? Just a little bit. Literally just fell out of nowhere. Sorry, that was really startling. 5, 4. There's a flying spider somewhere. 3, 2, 1, 0. Yes, and you can find our live schedule in our bio, and I'll update it for Sundays because we're going to